They've escaped prison, cheated death. And Fox Monday in a 2-hour premiere event.
Only a few people in government will know of the operation.
One more impossible mission stands between them.
If you guys don't do this, you're going back to jail.
And freedom.
A bad storm is coming. This is for Sarah.
Prison Break premieres Monday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Movie lineup offer film buffs plenty to fall in love with. We've got a preview Monday on Carolina in the Morning on Fox 26.
It's time to get ready for fall during the Shop Till You Drive clearance event at your Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealers. We're taking up to 40% off MSRP on 08 Rams and up to 22% off MSRP on our fashionable minivans. Check out our selection of fuel-efficient vehicles and find your perfect fit at the Shop Till You Drive clearance event going on now. Or during the Shop Till You Drive event, get 0% financing for 72 months plus $2,000 bonus cash on Aspen.
In celebration of our 100th anniversary,
we're sharing our GM employee discount with everyone.
You pay what we pay.
Not a cent more.
The GM employee discount.
For everyone.
Take advantage of the discount and get the 2008 Chevy Silverado with better available V8 fuel economy than Tundra and F-150. That's right. Get this 2008 Silverado half-ton for around $20,500 after all offers.
Watching Fox 26 Wilmington 1 hour earlier with Joe Kiley, Chief Meteorologist George Elliott, and Kevin Hole with sports. This is Fox 26 News at 10.
A new state boating law may not have kayakers buckling up before they paddle out. Plus, politicians, family, and friends gather today to remember the life of a top Democratic leader. Good evening and thanks for tuning in 1 hour earlier. I'm Joe Kiley. We'll have more on those stories in a moment. But first tonight on Fox, a 10-year-old girl is dead after a boating accident this afternoon in Surf City. The Coast Guard station in Emerald Isle tells us that the child was tubing in the channel around 1 o'clock when the boat pulling her hit a post in the water. Officials say that the driver of the boat was able to take the girl to the shore where she received medical attention, but it was not successful as she died soon after. The girl's identity has not been released. Well, traffic was backed up on Carolina Beach Road this afternoon when an SUV and a motorcycle collided. The accident happened in the 6400 block of Carolina Beach Road around 1 o'clock this afternoon. According to authorities, the driver of a white SUV pulled out of a parking lot and hit the biker. The driver of the motorcycle was rushed to New Hanover Regional Medical Center with a broken leg. The southbound lane of Carolina Beach Road was backed up several miles for about an hour, and no word if any charges will be filed against the driver. A new boating law will now require all vessels to have life jackets on board. Now, kayaks and canoes were previously not on the list that required those life jackets. Kayakers we spoke with are pleased with the new rules since paddle boats are a lot smaller than most vessels and can cause serious injuries if they capsize or are struck by another boat. Colin Eagles of Salt Marsh Kayak Rental says he has always made his customers wear life jackets even when there was no law.
I don't drive my car without a seat belt. You know, I don't ride my road bike without a helmet. I don't paddle my kayak without a life jacket. I'm not planning to get hurt at any point in time doing any of those things, but things don't always go the way I expect them to go.
Now, you can expect to see state wildlife officials handing out fines soon if you are not wearing a life jacket. The holiday weekend is in full swing, but travel could be hurt by rising gas prices. Experts say fears over Hurricane Gustav churning in the Gulf are helping to push up those prices. Now, because of this, AAA is predicting a slight decrease in the number of Americans who will travel this Labor Day weekend. Locally, business owners are already seeing some travelers cutting back on the longer trips.
We had a lot of the houses that normally are full all summer that people just didn't come down, or people were looking, you know, we got a lot more requests from closer in where they could drive down in a couple hours and, you know, do a 2 or 3 day stay instead of doing a big cross-country jaunt.
Turning to news around the nation, in Cleveland, the nation's top Democrats, Barack Obama, Bill and Hillary Clinton, attended a memorial service for Congresswoman Stephanie Tubbs Jones. She died last month from a ruptured aneurysm. She was 58. Stephanie Tubbs Jones was the first black woman to represent Ohio in Congress, as well as the state's first black woman to be a county judge and prosecutor. Obama and the Clintons sat together during the service. Tubbs Jones was an outspoken supporter of Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign.
Stephanie opened our hearts. That big smile, that unswerving sense of faithfulness, her belief not only in what was right and in her duty to do it as she saw it, but in her understanding of what so many of us need.
Now, Tubbs Jones represented her Cleveland district in Washington for 10 years. As the nation marks the 3-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, Gulf Coast residents brace for another storm. Cars steadily stream northward away from the Mississippi Gulf Coast as Hurricane Gustav approaches. Mississippi Governor Haley Barbour and Homeland Security Chief Michael Chertoff already told thousands of families to evacuate from low-lying areas. Many of those told to evacuate are Hurricane Katrina victims.
It's a flashback to 3 years ago. It wasn't an easy time, and at least we're getting out early. You know, it's like 4 days away, so we have plenty of time. We're not taking any chances.
We're trying to get everything valuable out of the house and get everything up off the ground, so if the water does come in, you know, we're not as bad.
Now, forecasters say Gustav could become a Category 5 hurricane even before making landfall in the U.S. And that has some people wondering if the storm will affect the Republican National Convention. Senator John McCain says it's something everyone will be keeping an eye on.
I'm afraid, Chris, that we may have to look at that situation, and we'll try and monitor it. I've been talking to Governors Jindal, Barber, Riley, Christ. I've been talking to all of them, but you know, it wouldn't be appropriate to have a festive occasion while a near tragedy or a terrible challenge is presented in the form of a natural disaster. So we're monitoring it from day to day, and I'm saying a few prayers too.
Now, a spokesman for the RNC today said, quote, "There are no plans for any postponement." Barack Obama hasn't wasted any time releasing an ad on John McCain's running mate, Sarah Palin. The ad, titled "No Change," discusses how McCain's choice does not change his plans for the country. The ad says McCain continues to offer 4 more years of the same failed Bush policies. Now, Obama says McCain votes with Bush 90% of the time while continuing to call the economy strong. The Obama campaign hopes the ad will show America there is a clear choice between changing Washington or offering more of the same. Still to come on Fox 26 News in 10, drought and then floods. Parts of North Carolina have seen many different weather conditions, but how farmers dealing with the changes. We'll take a look into the lives of grape farmers next. Plus, a woman who lost everything had a lifelong secret. Find out how going to jail changed her life for the better. That's next, but first, here's George.
And all is quiet right now and should remain quiet. We have a little pattern change coming our way. First alert, radar satellite composite shows on the far bottom of your screen. That's Gustav moving across and now emerging from Cuba. It's dry here, but muggy for sure. Waking up tomorrow, fair skies. Pretty nice morning. Low 70s, kind of humid, light wind. Change to our pattern coming up. Plus that and Hannah could be in effect here. We'll look at that in just a few minutes.
Fox First Forecast is brought to you by a Good Night Sleep Store.
At a Good Night Sleep Store, the rest is up to you.
You work hard all day in the office. You shouldn't have to work hard falling asleep. This Labor Day, reward your efforts with a good night's sleep. Save $400 on new Sealy Posture Premier with memory foam queen sets for only $5.98. And a Good Night Sleep Store now carries Tempur-Pedic. Don't miss the Labor Day sale. A Good Night Sleep Store. The rest is up to you.
At a Good Night Sleep Store, the rest is up to you.
Who brings you express zone pricing? Only Toyota of Wilmington. And now, take advantage of huge savings on well-equipped 09 Camry CEs. Get up to 31 miles per gallon and pay a low $18,988 or $199 a month. That's $18,988 or $199 a month. Plus, with our huge selection, you'll get the color you want, and there's loads to choose from at one low price. Express zone pricing. Only at Toyota of Wilmington.
Great deals on better cars. Toyota of Wilmington.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Dude, that's hilarious.
Bring
your home to life with the Charter Bundle. Cable and Charter telephone or high-speed internet for as low as $39.98 per month for 6 months. Call today.
On the next Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray loses his wedding ring. Now women find him irresistible.
It was funny. I only had the ring on for a couple hours and I get hit on. Like I'm a stud or something.
On the next Everybody Loves Raymond.
Weeknights at 11:05 on Fox 26.
Meet Peter's new persona. You can't speak Italian just because you have a mustache. It's Family Guy, Sunday at 9/8 Central on Fox.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Brad Sizemore Nationwide Insurance Agency.
A Memphis mother of 2 thrown behind bars carried a painful secret with her to jail. She couldn't read. But Fox's Les Smith shows us who stepped in to change her life.
In a place not synonymous with the word freedom, 20-year-old Memphian Carletha Caraway is finding the key to unlocking the door of her own self-imposed imprisonment of mind and spirit.
When I was 5, my mama had died, and my grandma, Martha Morrow, she had got custody of me when I was 5. I guess when my grandma and them told me that my mama died, I kind of feel like that I had lost everything.
Caraway's early disillusionment with her mom's death sowed the seeds of defiance and discontent which pockmarked her years in school. Suspended multiple times from different schools, by age 15 she developed a poisonous attitude as a defense mechanism in trying to hide her frustrations in the classroom.
When other kids used to make fun of me, I just used to break out the fight with them and get suspended or get kicked out of school so I wouldn't have to go back to school.
By the time she landed in a cell at the Shelby County Women's Jail East facility, charged with aggravated robbery 7 months ago, her long-established pattern of self-destruction was taking its toll.
And then I had got in trouble in Depot. I went to the program part. And then I used to cry every day.
But Caraway's erratic and violent behavior drew the attention of Jail East deputy jailers Sharon Milburn and literacy instructor Madeline Curry. With Caraway facing the threat of lockdown, Milburn initiated the inmate into Pod B, a jail program aimed at women who are committed to improving their lives. She gave the reluctant Caraway a gift which she'd given her own daughter years before.
I reached behind and grabbed the Mount to read a book. I said, read this. And she back there cutting up like that. Read this. She started crying. So what's wrong? She said, I can't read.
She used to sit and help me read that book, Miss Curry.
Certain people in the past, she think they're going to laugh at her. I said, Carletha, don't worry about them. Just do what you got to do.
It took me about a good 4 weeks to read that. And then I got Jenna B. John. It took me about 5 weeks to read her because the words that I can pronounce, they'll make me write them down, then look up the definition of it.
In the months that have followed, Caraway's reading rate and level have both impressively increased. Reading, once the bane of her existence, now gives her the best hope yet for a life she now looks forward to continuing after her release.
We'll be back right after this with a look at your weather forecast. Stay with us.
Time's running out on an unprecedented offer. Here's your chance to get one huge deal on the most capable truck on the road, Ford Super Duty. 0% financing for 72 months. That's right, 0 for 72. Pay no interest ever. 10 days only. Don't miss out. America's best-selling truck now with 0 for 72. Hurry, this huge deal ends September 2nd. See your Carolina Ford dealer today.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe you shouldn't pay for the calls you can't wait to get.
At Room Store, we know people who make an honest living want honest value. During the Labor Day celebration, you get 3 great ways to save. working hard to bring you more furniture value.
We put it all together and save you more. Room Store.
It's time to get ready for fall during the Shop Till You Drive clearance event at your Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealers. We're taking up to 40% off MSRP on 08 Rams and up to 22% off MSRP on our fashionable minivans. Check out our selection of fuel-efficient vehicles and find your perfect fit at the Shop Till You Drive clearance event going on now. Or during the Shop Till You Drive event, get 0% financing for 72 months plus $2,000 bonus cash on Aspen.
This is Fox 26 weather.
Quiet weather night again. First alert digital Doppler radar. No precipitation around here. Up to the north, though, if you're up in our northern counties, anywhere from Kenansville to the Rock Hill area, you might find some shower thunderstorm activity on your horizon up that direction. It's not coming your way, but you might find some of this lightning, as you can see some of those thunderstorms to your north. Other than that, things are quiet and will remain so tonight. Right now in town, we're looking at 80 degrees, 75 degree dew point, and that means it's humid. Anything over 70 on the dew point, that's a pretty muggy air mass for sure. Fair skies, just a few clouds around, that's about it. Elizabethtown at 79 degrees on the hour, and down toward the Whiteville area, well, that went by quickly, but it's 73 in Whiteville right now. Now, your first alert forecast for your Sunday, last day of August. Spotty showers, thunderstorms again. Clear in the morning, at least fair, just a few clouds around, muggy through the day. Upper 80s for highs. However, northeast to east wind. That's behind the cold front, which is being pushed southbound by this massive area of high pressure. This will do a couple of things. Push this front down, kick our winds around to the northeast and east, and dry us out beginning mainly Monday through the next few days. By the way, it will also block Hannah, at least for now, from coming north as that moves west. That's the one we might have to watch for next Friday, Saturday, Sunday time period. More on that in a moment. Gustav, major hurricane headed toward what looks like a Louisiana hit late Sunday night, early Monday. Moved across Cuba, weakened a little bit, but now it's moving right back over the water. Steady pace, no change to this. Category 4 now. Could be briefly a 5, but by the time it gets to the Gulf Coast, hopefully that will weaken some, but it will be a big storm nonetheless. Now, Hannah is a tropical storm. It's been steady state basically over the last couple of days for that matter. If you're tracking as of 8 o'clock, 22.7 north, 83.4 west, and there it continues steady northwest, and it looks as though, like I said, not Sunday afternoon, but Sunday night into Monday, that's when the eye will come ashore somewhere, give or take in this yellow zone, but somewhere in that yellow zone, most likely in Louisiana, hopefully toward a non-populated area, or at least low population, central coast of Louisiana. That might be one lining or silver lining, if there's any, to this powerful storm, which will affect the Gulf Coast. On the other hand, Hannah, just a tropical storm, hanging out and drifting west toward the Bahamas. By Thursday, though, into Friday, could take a more northeast or northwest path and head toward Florida and maybe east of or over by Friday into Saturday and shoot on northward. We'll have to monitor that one for the end of the week into the weekend, next weekend. For tonight, your first alert forecast, fair muggy skies, low 70s, light to calm wind tomorrow, upper 80s, spotty thunderstorm out there once again. Not a lot, but there'll be a couple. Northeast to east wind, and your first alert forecast along the coast, moderate rip current risk. Hannah will supply some of that. Northeast wind becoming east, 10 to 15 knots, 2 to 4 foot seas. First alert planning forecast. Now, I mentioned that big high across the northeast. Well, it's going to pump in some nice dry and cooler weather our way. Not so much tomorrow, but by Labor Day and Labor Day night. Look at those 60s at night, Joe. Some 80s in the day, of course, but that's, you know, that's okay. And 60s at night. And then the big question mark, late Friday, Saturday. Is Hannah here, or is Hannah far, far away? I like the latter
and that's one of those
suggestion.
Things. Time on our side, I guess, but also with it going over land, you really can't tell where it may go.
It's a complicated one because of this big high blocking it for now, and then when that gets out of there, it's liable to take that curve, and that's way beyond what we can forecast right now.
All right, thank you, George.
Well, dry conditions, then this week's heavy rains affect farmers. For those who grow grapes for North Carolina's booming wine industry, storms like this could make or break them. Fox's Julie Luck speaks with some grape growers to see how the weather is affecting this year's crop.
At vineyards across the Piedmont, all eyes are on the grape.
This is it for us. We work all year for this 1 month period.
At Childress Vineyards in Davidson County, winemakers plan to begin their harvest next week. They're hoping the relatively dry season will hold out.
So at this point, we don't want the vines to take up a lot of water, because if they do, they'll dilute the sugars that we've achieved. Recent
rains aside, the hot, dry summer has been good for Piedmont grapes.
You're talking about dry, dry, dry. Everybody else is crying, and the vineyard guys are just, we're happy.
Over in Dobson, the staff of Shelton Vineyards started their harvest a few days ago. While they've enjoyed the lack of rain, a little more sunshine would have been nice.
Everybody talks about drought because grapes don't need a lot of water and they do a little better with less, but the reality is that it's the sunshine we need more. If we don't have sunshine, we don't get sugar, because that's a product of photosynthesis.
A not-so-simple science that's enabled area winemakers to grow grapes of distinction.
But with the rains coming, I think what we're going to end up doing this year is dodging between the tropical depressions. So we kind of have to keep our fingers crossed.
It's that volatile weather that keeps growers on their toes. The trick, they say, is to capture that spark and put it in a bottle.
You can't have a formula wine here. It just doesn't work.
Now, if Mother Nature cooperates, local winemakers hope to finish harvesting their grapes by the beginning of October. Kevin Hall joining us now with a look at sports. And high school's been getting underway with the football season, but now it's the college allegiances coming into play this weekend.
That's right, yeah. Last night you saw a lot of people out cheering for their high school teams, but everybody kind of thinking college right now. And a big way to start, and some pretty good games tonight. And yeah, East Carolina, this was a thriller. We will have all the highlights. Sports is next.
This weather segment is brought to you by Custom Home Furniture Galleries.
For 100 years, we've been moving America.
Standing behind our quality.
With the GM 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Plus roadside assistance and courtesy transportation.
The best coverage you can find.
In celebration of our 100th anniversary.
We're sharing our GM employee discount.
You pay what we pay.
The GM employee discount.
For everyone.
Now through September 2nd, get employee pricing on all 2008 Hummer models. See your local Hummer dealer.
Healing comes in many forms. A hug when you need it most. Getting off your feet. His funny face. If you have damage from acid reflux disease, healing can come in a purple pill. One prescription Nexium pill a day can provide 24-hour heartburn relief, and for many can heal the damage acid reflux can cause over time to the lining of the esophagus. And for the majority of people with prescription coverage for Nexium, it's available for less than $30 a month.
Headache, diarrhea, and abdominal pain are possible side effects of Nexium, and other serious stomach conditions may still exist. Talk to your doctor.
Healing comes in many forms. Watching her touch the sky. If you have acid reflux damage, healing can come in a purple pill called Nexium. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
In celebration of our 100th anniversary.
We're sharing our GM employee discount
with everyone. You pay what we pay.
Not a cent more.
The GM employee discount.
For everyone.
Now, get the employee discount on any remarkably fuel-efficient Saturn, from the View Compact crossover to the Aura midsize sports sedan, from the company that's rethinking everything. Get the Saturn employee discount plus additional purchase cash on select models.
Fox Sports is brought to you by Bob King, a name you've trusted for 35 years. This is Fox 26 Sports.
Week 1 of the college football season, and it doesn't take much time for the upsets to start rolling in. Today it's East Carolina with a chance to be world beaters, taking on 17th ranked Virginia Tech in their opener. The Pirates trying to make some noise. Skip Holt's team played Virginia Tech close in last year's opener, but this year, well, it doesn't look so good early. Kenny Lewis busts up the middle in the second quarter. It's 14-0 Hokies at that point. It's a 9-point Virginia Tech lead with less than 4 minutes to play. Doesn't look good, but Patrick Pinckney calls his own number. The quarterback keeper. The Pirates down just 2. Now the defense holds. Virginia Tech has to punt, and then it's T.J. Lee with the block, picks up the ball, all the way into the end zone for the score, and East Carolina wins. Pirates take a thriller in Charlotte. They upset Virginia Tech 27-22. ECU 14 points in the last 4 minutes to win it. It is Battle of Defending National Champs, LSU, the BCS champs, Appalachian State, the subdivision champs, their chancellor, showing off the Mountaineer Trophy. After that, it was LSU doing all the showing off. Charles Scott up the middle for the touchdown, 8-yard score, 7-0 Tigers. That's just the beginning. Second quarter, LSU quarterback Jarrett Lee finds Brandon LaFell wide open in the end zone. Touchdown LSU. It's 24-0 there. Then before the half, Charles Scott again up the middle. He's gone, 31-0 at that point. No big App State upset this year. LSU, no problems. They beat Appalachian State 41-13. Well, home openers for both North Carolina and Duke. The weather not cooperating in the Triangle. Both games dealing with lightning delays. The Heels had a 2-hour delay, and now they're in a fight. They're up 21-20 in the fourth quarter. Hoggard's Casey Barth has made all the extra points for North Carolina. Meanwhile, Duke started an hour and a half late because of the weather, and Duke's up 28-7 in the third quarter on James Madison. Eron Riley with 2 touchdowns. In the NFL, the Panthers cornerback Ricardo Koklo was charged with DWI last night. The Panthers not amused because this afternoon they cut him. He wasn't the only one. The team had to trim their roster from 75 to 53 players. One of those waived. Quarterback Brett Bazinet, the quarterback, had a shot at making the team, but the Panthers trading for veteran Josh McCown late Friday afternoon. So Bazinet, the odd man out, perhaps the most surprising cut. The Panthers released Terrence Holt. He was one of their big signings in the offseason. Well, in case you missed Friday Night Football last night over on WECT, hey, relax. No need to worry. Just head to the sports section of WECT.com. There you can click on our fancy new video player on the right side of the page. You can watch last night's show and see all the highlights from all the games in our area. So they got big lightning problems out there in the Triangle area. Raleigh, Duke was delayed an hour and a half. North Carolina, almost 2-hour delay. But they're getting done now, so hopefully we'll have the finals for you down the dial, WECT 11.
All right, sounds good. When we come back, amidst a good old-fashioned barbecue comes some political fun. Find out which presidential piggy ran all the way home.
Bob King GMC Truck, your one-stop truck shop. Just announced GM employee pricing up to $12,000 discount. 2008 Sierra 2500 utility was $33,995. Employee price $21,699. 2008 Sierra Crew Cab diesel was $51,720. Employee price $40,147. 2008 Sierra regular cab work truck was $19,490. Employee price $14,950. Bob King GMC Truck, your one-stop commercial truck shop with up to $12,000 discounts and 36 years of doing it right.
Island True Value Tackle and Hardware at 801 North Lake Park Boulevard is your fishing tackle and bait headquarters. Key Largo rods, Cape Fear rods, Shimano, Abu Garcia, and pin reels for every fishing style. See that real big fish with Costa Del Mar sunglasses. Weigh that real big fish at our official weigh station. And keep your reel in top shape with our in-house pin reel repair shop. Marine supplies, sport clothing and footwear, lawn and garden and hardware supplies. Island Tackle and Hardware has it all. Hook, line, and sinker in Carolina Beach.
Important public notice. The Furniture Warehouse in Charlotte is having a gigantic inventory liquidation sale. Over $2 million of quality furniture must be liquidated now. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, top grain leather furniture, recliners, mattresses, and more. The Furniture Warehouse sells the finest brands. Lexington, Clayton Marcus, Stanley, Leather Italia, and the list goes on. Prices slashed like never before. Immediate delivery available. Today through Labor Day, we'll pay the sales tax. You heard right. We'll pay the sales tax. Hurry in. The Furniture Warehouse, Highway 17, Charlotte.
It's time to get ready for fall during the Shop Till You Drive clearance event at your Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealers. We're taking up to 40% off MSRP on 08 Rams and up to 22% off MSRP on our fashionable minivans. Check out our selection of fuel-efficient vehicles and find your perfect fit at the Shop Till You Drive clearance event going on now. Or get 0% financing for 72 months plus $4,000 bonus cash on Ram 1500 Quad Cab.
Thousands are expected in downtown Sparks, Nevada for a good old-fashioned barbecue. In fact, it's one of the largest barbecue events in the U.S. On Friday, it wasn't just a battle over the best barbecue. Politics took center stage, the running of the presidential pig, with a wee bit of squealing as well. It's an unscientific way of predicting the next president. So the question you have, who won? John McCain beat out Barack Obama by a snout. 500,000 people and 100 tons of ribs were expected at the 20th annual Best in the West Nugget Rib Cook-Off. So John McCain, the presidential pig, wins.
By a snout.
I wonder if they invite him to the White House now.
I wonder how that works.
That's going to do it for us tonight. Join us tomorrow at 10.
It's Toyota's national clearance event from the most fuel-efficient full-line car company on the road.